All right, Algebra 2. We had a little marker malfunction, so we're just going to do a few more practice problems on this paper. Two reminders. I, for some reason, didn't save attendance on Sunday, so if you were marked absent for last week, hopefully that will be fixed tomorrow. And if you're turning in late work, please email me and let me know so that I can get it graded and put in. I'm getting like 100 notifications on Schoology a day, and they get overwhelming, and sometimes I miss things. So just make sure you email me so I know to look for it. All right, so last week we worked on solving exponential and log equations. So this is still the same section. When solving a exponential equation, the opposite of an exponential is a log. So I'm going to log both sides. So I'll put log here and log here. And we learned that when we log both sides, when we change it to a logarithm, we can use a log property that if we have an exponent, we can drop it out front. So that will become 3x times the log of 64 equals the log of 16. And then I'll divide by the log of 64. So I'll get 3x equals, and then on my calculator, I'm going to take the log of 16 divided by the log of 64. And I got 0.666, and I'm going to round to 3 decimal places, so 0.667. And then I'll divide by 3. So 0.667 divided by 3, I got 0.222. And I know that 0.6 repeating is 2/3, but it wasn't going to be an even number anyway, so we just divided by 3. And that is it. And you can check your answer at the beginning. So if you want to do 64 and then the little caret, 3, well, let's use parentheses. 3 times 0.22, hit enter. I got 15.9, which is close to 16, because they're not going to be exact if we're rounding. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 20 to the x plus 1 power equals 5. All right, so this is the variables in the exponent, so I need to log both sides so I can drop that out to the front. So that x plus 1 will be able to drop out to the front to be x plus 1 times the log of 20 equals the log of 5. And then I'll be able to divide by log 20 to isolate that part that has the x in it. So that'll be an x plus 1 equals. And then here we'll take the log of 5 divided by the log of 20. And I got 0.537. And then to get x by itself, I'll subtract 1. So 0.537 minus 1. And I got x equals negative 0.463. And you can check that. So I'm going to do 20. See, let's make sure you can see it. 20, the little caret, parenthesis. And I got negative 0.463 plus 1. And then it should be about 5. 4.99. It's about 5, so it's right. All right, let's switch gears here and let's solve this log equation. So let's do the log base 3 of 2x equals 4. All right. Oh, I just can't see it. Better move it up. All right, so to solve a log equation, I have to change it to an exponent. So I'm going to use my arrows to change that to an exponent. So this will become 3 to the 4th power equals 2x. So 3 to the 4th power on my calculator is 81. And then I'll divide by 2. And I got x equals 40.5. And then some people are like, well, how do you check that? You wouldn't be able to check it right here unless you had a calculator that you could change the base on, because that brings me to our next point. On your calculator, the log button only has base 10. It doesn't have anything else other than 10. It's an automatic 10. So I would actually have to check it right here. Okay, so I'd have to do 2 times 40.5 is 81, and 3 to the 4th is 81. All right, let's look at another one. Let's do log base 5 of 2x plus 3 equals 2. All right, so change it to an exponent. So 5 squared equals 2x plus 3. All All right, so that would be 25 equals 2x plus 3. And then I would just solve. So subtract 3. So that's 22 equals 2x. Divide by 2, and x equals 11. All right, I'm going to do one that's almost exactly the same, but I want you to think about what the difference is here. All right, so here's these two problems. Think about for a second what the difference is between this one and this one. This one, since the 2x plus 3 is in parentheses, means that it's 5 to the second power equals this whole thing. This one down here just means that this is only part of the log, not this plus 3. If this plus 3 was part of this log, it would be in parentheses. So that means that I need to subtract 3 first to isolate that log. Now, since this log is isolated, this will become 5 to the negative 1 equals 2x. So 5 to the negative 1 is not negative 5, it's 0.2. And then I'll divide by 2, and that's 0.1 equals x. Oops, I guess you can't see it again. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give you all a couple more practice problems tonight. Please make sure you ask questions. Tomorrow we will be doing a review, okay? And then Thursday we should be taking our quiz, our final quiz. All right, adios.